Assalamu alaikum. My name is Safia Shaheen, MSc student of Human Nutrition Department. Today my presentation topic is related to carbohydrate and its classification. So let's start from the definition of carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are broadly defined as polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones, and their derivatives are as substances that yield one of these compounds. It is composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Functional group present include hydroxy group O's, which indicate sugar. Carbohydrates are the most abundant of all the organic compounds in nature. In plant, energy from the sun is used to convert carbon dioxide and water into the carbohydrate glucose. Many of the glucose molecules are made into long-chain polymers of starch that store energy. About 65% of the food in our diet consists of carbohydrate. Each day we utilize carbohydrate in foods such as bread, pasta, potato and rice. Other carbohydrates called disaccharides, which include sucrose, also called table sugar, and lactose in milk, which is called milk sugar. During digestion and cellular metabolism, carbohydrates are converted into glucose, which is oxidized further in our cells to provide our body with energy and to provide the cells with carbon atom for building molecule of protein, lipid and nucleic acid. In plant, a polymer of glucose called cellulose. While the structure framework cellulose have other important use too. The wood in our furniture, the page in our notebook and the cotton in our clothing are made of cellulose. Classification of carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are classified according to the number of subunits that make them up. There are three types of carbohydrate, which include monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, polysaccharide. Oligosaccharide also include disaccharide, trisaccharide and tetrasaccharide. What is monosaccharide? Monosaccharide are the simple sugar or the compound which possess a free aldehyde CHO or ketone C double bond O group and two or more hydroxy OH group. They are the simplest sugar and cannot be hydrolyzed further into smaller units. Monosaccharide contain a single carbon chain and are classified on the basis of number of carbon atoms they possess as aldoses or ketoses depend upon their groups. Monosaccharide. The example of monosaccharide are glucose, galactose and fructose. Glucose is also called dextrose and blood sugar. It is the essential energy source for all body function. A compound of each disaccharides. Glucose is the component of each disaccharides. Galactose seldom occur freely in nature, bind with glucose to form sugar in milk. Lactose, once absorbed by the body, galactose is converted to glucose to provide energy. Fructose, the sweetest of all sugars, occur naturally in honey, it's also called fruit sugar. This reaction, disaccharide is composed of two monosaccharide units. Cells can make disaccharide by joining two monosaccharides by biosynthesis. Glucose plus fructose combine to form sucrose. Glucose plus galactose combine to form lactose, and glucose plus glucose mean two units of glucose combine to form maltose. Sucrose is also called table sugar, found naturally in plant sugar cane, sugar beet, honey, maple syrup. Sucrose may be purified from plant sources into brown, white and powder sugar. Lactose is also called milk sugar. Many people have problem digesting large amount of lactose, which is also called lactose intolerance. Maltose is starch breakdown, produced when starch breakdown used naturally in fermentation reaction of alcohol and beer manufacturing. Oligosaccharides are compound sugar that yield 2 to 10 molecules of the same or different monosaccharides are hydrolysis. Accordingly, an oligosaccharide yield 2 molecules of monosaccharides are on hydrolysis is designated as a disaccharides, and the one yielding 3 molecules of monosaccharides as a trisaccharides, and so on. Oligosaccharide contain disaccharide, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide and pentasaccharides. Polysaccharide contain 10 or more monosaccharide unit attached together. Example of polysaccharide include starch, glycogen, fiber, long chain of glucose unit, form these polysaccharides. Cellulose gives structure to plant fiber to our diet. Glycogen is an energy storage sugar produced by animal liver cells synthesize glycogen after a meal to maintain blood glucose level. Type of polysaccharide. Starch. The major digestible polysaccharides in our diet. The storage form of carbohydrate in plant sources are wheat, rice, corn, rye, barley, potato, tuber, yam, etc. Two type of plant starch, which is amylose and amylopectin. The difference between amylose and amylopectin is that it is the form of straight chain linkage with alpha and beta linkage. Straight chain which having alpha and beta linkage, while the amylopectin is contain straight chain but having several branch chain and it having alpha 1 4 and beta 1 6 linkage. Type of polysaccharide includes cellulose. It forms cell wall in plant cell, also called fiber or roughage, indigestible by human. Human is indigested because they having lack of cellulase enzyme for it. Glycogen, the storage form of glucose in the body, stored in the liver and muscle, found in tiny amount in meat sources, not found in plant, not a significant food sources of carbohydrate. A great majority of carbohydrate of nature occur as polysaccharide. Chemically, the polysaccharide may be distinguished into homopolysaccharides, heteropolysaccharide. Homo means same, which yield on hydrolysis a single monosaccharide, and hetero, which produce a mixture of monosaccharide on hydrolysis. Based on their functional aspects, the polysaccharide may be grouped under two heads: nutrient or digestible polysaccharide, structure indigestible polysaccharide. They act as metabolic reserve of monosaccharide in plant and animal. Nutrient polysaccharide contain starch, glycogen, and insulin. Structure indigestible polysaccharide. These serve a rigid mechanical structure in plants and animal which having cellulose.